It's time for bookkeeping, beer, and BS. So I want to spend a little bit of time just telling some repairs and maintenance stories. And one that immediately comes to mind, extreme frugality was one of our core values for a long time. And I ixnayed it because I was like, this has gone too far. And Michael, you're laughing, but this was not my core value. This was Dalkey's core value when we first started. His core value was extreme frugality. And it got extreme. We had an employee, Zach Venny, who was one of our managers, who literally jumped his truck every morning because he wouldn't go spend $100 on a new battery because it was such extreme frugality. we wouldn't do repairs and maintenance. We would rather just jump a truck. We've been known to like make things last a long time. Maybe to our own detriment, but that one always comes to mind as like repairs and maintenance, extreme frugality. It happened for like 3 months. He was jumping this truck every morning for like 3 months. And finally, Dalkey was like, dude, you've spent over $100 of labor jumping this truck. Just go get a damn new battery. But the dude was all bought in on the core value, right? He was like, no, Mike, extreme frugality. We just keep jumping this thing. James, I'm sure you've repaired a thing or two.
What should it be? What should repair and maintenance be, Master?
From a percentage standpoint, I think around like 1 to 1.5% over time, right? It's
over a year.
Yeah, it's going to be goofy because it's going to spike, and you're going to have months where something breaks and you need to take it in, and it gets really high, and then you're depending on your equipment setup, you have repairs and maintenance for that. That's maybe 0.5% too.
I just want to make sure I was teaching it correctly. 1% is my number, so we're good.
I like it. James, what like I said, I'm sure you've had a thing or two break in your business. What do you think about repairs and maintenance?
I mean, there's deferred maintenance, right, that you could put off, but what's the opportunity cost of time? That's the biggest thing. So for us, it got to a point where we needed 1 mechanic and then 2 mechanics and then newer vehicles, like where we don't have that downtime. I mean, that's what it all comes down to. How much money could you be making, or more efficient or less expenses if you just take care of the stuff up front? So that's how we look at it. Like, we don't want ever to have downtime on anything. But when it does happen, we got to get it back up and running ASAP. And even on your website, Dan, for Blue Skies, I mean, you have a budgeting template, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I've seen. So if you know what your 2022 repairs maintenance were, you already know, okay, let's allocate this year. And then if nothing breaks, okay, let's do some improvements on the equipment to make sure it doesn't go down in the future. So it's all just knowing your numbers too. But yeah, time is huge in our industry. And if something's not working properly, people get frustrated, and then you're back on Indeed trying to find more people.
Yep. Yeah. One of the biggest causes for employee disengagement can be repairs and maintenance, because they're the ones that suffer from shitty equipment when it goes down and they can't do their job out in the field. It's frustrating to them, right? And we can talk about, well, you should problem solve it and do this and do that, but like when they've got to change a tire, or when a pressure washer goes down, or a lawnmower is not doing what it's supposed to do, it's like they just want to go out and do their job. And when they can't do their job, and like we pay our employees commission-based pay, so when it ruins their paycheck because they're stuck trying to deal with shitty equipment, employee disengagement, employee depreciation, as Dave would say. I like Jack put a comment in here. Michael, I did see your hand up. I appreciate that. Jack put a comment in that Calfus used to put jacks under his truck to reduce the wear on his suspension on his first truck. I love that. That's hilarious.
That's the first time I've ever heard that. And I know you got to sign off, so I'll make this nugget in less than 90 seconds, 60 seconds. All right, go. So if you get a rock star bookkeeper, like Blue Skies, somebody that knows the numbers of your books. I think I was telling you this at Sales Boost with one of the attendees that was there. It's my first ever call with him. You know, I went through and I was like, oh, your turnover's high, your shop's organized, you got old trucks. And like, I literally told him all about his business by looking at his numbers. Since that day, we've been best friends because he immediately trusted me as a business coach. And so you see, like, repair and maintenance. If you look at repair and maintenance at 2%, it's just like, you got old trucks, old pressure washers, and it's like slowing you down. Second thing that kind of piggybacks off that is if you have high labor, it's because of one or multiple of these three things. Either you're not pricing your job high enough, you're routing inefficiently or you've got bad equipment or training. So it's, if you are literally costing yourself more than that 1% or 2% overage of your repair and maintenance because you're giving your technicians bad equipment to work with. And that is killing you in so many ways other than the 2% you're saving because you're not buying new equipment.
Hey, what's up, business nerd? Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you learned a heck of a lot watching that episode. Do me a favor, subscribe right down here. And if you really like what you saw, you got more goods right here. Check out this one or check out this one and do this. Go subscribe. Appreciate you. Work smarter, work harder, go earn yourself some pride. Catch you on the next one.